Hello and a very good morning, good afternoon. Welcome along to Crafters TV. It's Sunday, Sunday, woo! Yep. And we are very excited for another day of fabulous shows here on Crafters TV. Culminating, of course, later on in Second Chance Sunday. Loads of great goodies coming up there. And, of course, your chance to vote on your favourite demos throughout the week and, indeed, catch up on anything that you missed throughout the week. We have got a foil press masterclass coming up for you a little bit later on as well with mystery bags. And we kickstart your morning, of course, with Colour Me Happy. It's a metallic special this morning, and more on that to come in just a few moments' time. Must just keep you up to speed, though. If you haven't yet joined us across the weekend, first of all, where's your pen? And secondly, you may or may not know that we're giving away free mystery gifts. Woo! Yeah. What's the gift, I hear you cry? Ooh. Well, it's a mystery, but you will find a mystery gift in your cart should you spend over £20 or $30, and this is on all orders as well. So if you have already placed an order over that threshold, you'll be getting a mystery gift, and if you come back today and place another order over 20 or over 30, you'll get another mystery gift popped into your basket. So plenty of reasons to shop with us. Also, worth bearing in mind that we still do have 25% off our Totally Tiffany Triangle Traveller. It's your last chance to grab that today. We've been doing loads of great deals as far as National Craft Month is concerned, and it's the last chance today to get your hands on that deal. 25% off the Totally Tiffany Triangle Traveller. As I said, mystery bags later on. We've also got the return of the Shadow Box dies as well in Second Chance Sunday, which we're really looking forward to, and lots of you already tuning in. But as I've said, let us talk quickly with the lovely lady who's joining me over the course of the next hour and a half, the lovely Lily, about what we've got coming up today. I kind of feel like your attire today gives us a little bit of a feel as to what we've got on this show. Absolutely.
I did try and colour coordinate and dress appropriately for today's show.
Yeah.
I thought let's do it.
Very
We're
nice.
thinking all things metallic, which is super fabulous. So I'm just going to whet your crafty appetite as to what we've got to come. Basically, we're looking at all our metallic products that we've got within our Spectrum Noir range. You can be creating absolutely incredible creations like this using your metallic paint markers. How amazing does that look? But all it is just a dotting technique using those pens. How about, though, bringing in a little bit of stamping, a little bit of heat embossing, and using some of the metallic markers that we've got on today's show to create really beautiful cards just like that. But it's not just about our cards, of course, it's about our home decor as well. How incredible does that look, using some of your metallic products onto your MDF to create really striking pieces like so. But mixing and matching all your different ranges that you've already got in your crafty stash. We used a little bit of the Masquerade Ball collection on yesterday's shows, but you can of course be using your metallic flip pens with all your other dies and papers that you've got in your stash, but it gives you such an opulent touch with that touch of shimmer, sparkle and shine onto there. The colours are absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Using, like we're saying, using your other dies. So perhaps you got some of our edgeable dies on our masterclass yesterday, or Craft House even yesterday. You can be using your metallic outline markers that we've got on today's show and just creating almost like your own pattern papers. Looks absolutely fabulous and so much fun to create as well. We've also got some amazing embossing folders on today's show, and you can be embossing these fabulous folders onto your black card and then adding your products like your gilding waxes. You can even be inking using your metallic Midas ink pads that we've got on today's show, and it gives you the most incredible effect. It looks like almost like a sheet of aged metal, but all it is black card with some of those metallic products. Looks absolutely outstanding. And finally, something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more muted, perhaps a little bit vintage if you want it to be. Bringing in your metallic markers and the stamps you've got in your stash. We've also got some fabulous stamps on today's show, but you can be creating fabulous pieces like that with just a little bit of colouring. So lots and lots of different options that we've got when it's coming to our different metallic products on today's show, and all the different techniques that you can be doing when you get these products home and just start having a little bit of a play. So it's going to be an absolute fabulous show. I hope you can sit back, relax, enjoy the whole hour and a half we've got, and of course get all your questions in that you've got about these fabulous products that we've got on today's show.
Yeah, anything that you want to ask at all, because you know, we've got so many different pens when it comes to our Spectrum Noir range, and if the metallics are something that you get a little bit confused about, which pen you should be using for what, you know, maybe you've got some of our metallics already, then this is a great opportunity to ask those questions and get involved on Facebook, on YouTube. Already saying hello this morning, loads of you. Grace is on the socials. Morning, Grace. Kathy says, good morning, everyone. Joan is in. Good morning to Laura. Morning to Sherry Dober from Illinois. Jacqueline Daniels is in from South Carolina. Morning to Tammy Barnhouse. Morning to Adriana, who's in from San Antonio, Texas. And morning to Irina Vanna, who says, hi, Ben, Lily, and the Suit TV team. We've got Tracy in today. George Squared as well in the gallery, steering the good ship Craft. Gemma just saying, what beautiful samples. Yes, absolutely they are. And if you love all of the metallics that we've got, we do have a mega bundle for you. Before that, however, I do want to point something out. Now, I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if we mentioned it yesterday. I'm not 100% sure if we did, but it's very exciting because we got the tape pens back. The tape pens are back. We haven't had these in stock for ages, and they are now here. These were selling in their hundreds, if not thousands, yesterday. So if you want to grab this deal, we're going to give you 3 for that price, and then bung in a 4th of our tape pens, absolutely free. So you get 4 for the price of 3. £9.57 is the platinum price, or $14.28 if you're shopping with us in the US. Yes, they are back in stock. However, they're going fast, which means check out now. Now, if you were excited, we practiced that so much yesterday to get off to such a fine art. Well done, George. George of the joystick there. Now, can he do it again? That's the question. Because not only have we got the tape pens back in, we've also got back in stock the Dotty tape pens. Yes, super excited about these. Absolute must-have in your craft room, particularly for all of your intricate sticking. You're going to get 1, you're going to get 2. Remember, 22 meters on each tape pen. You're going to get 72 feet. So we're giving you 3 for $11.98 or $16.68 if you're platinum. However, we do give you a 4th one for free. Yes, buy 3, we'll give you the 4th for free, saving 25%. That's your platinum price. Yes, they are back in stock. Come on, everybody, after 3. However, they're going fast, which means you need to
Check out now.
Yay! There we go. So those are flying. Get them whilst you can, and do not miss out. Now, we do have for you on the show, as I've said, a metallic pen mega bundle, and this really is huge. We've got the opportunity for you to grab all of the items that we've got in this bundle individually. However, the best value for money is right here. Okay, so you get the lot. Within the bundle, you're going to get 18 of your metallic markers, dual tipped. Within that, you've got your antique elements, your rare minerals, and your precious metals. Those are down the front, just here. You're also going to receive 12 of your flip markers as well. We'll go into all of these as we go through the show, but those flip markers are awesome because depending on how the light catches them, you get a different colour. 2 different colours really with each of the pens that you've got. You've got 6 in the Cosmic Wonder collection and 6 in the Natural World collection too. You're also going to receive on top of that 9 of your paint markers as well. Now, if you're wanting to put your metallic detailing onto pretty much any surface, these are the bad boys that you're going to go for. You get 3 within each set, so you've got liquid gold, quicksilver, and your molten copper, and you've got the different width of nib within each of those as well. So 9 different pens to use within that collection. You're also going to get 12 of your metallic pencils as well, and if that wasn't enough, we're throwing in 6 of the outline markers too, the Dazzling Brights, and they are phenomenal because again they lay down that beautiful sort of silver metallic colour, and then on each of the different colour pens that you can see, you've got that different colour outline with these as well. So it's a wonderful range of metallics for all sorts of different purposes, for all sorts of different projects, for all sorts of different materials as well. That price today is brilliant. It's £114 worth or $150. Look at the saving. If you're platinum, which we know the majority of you are, that's a wonderful price to pick up an amazing collection. $67.99, $89.59 if you're a Platinum member and you're shopping in the US. Get those questions in if there's anything specific that you want to ask about any of the products here, indeed any of the other products that we've got on the show as well, because we've got more besides. Do ask and we'll get them answered over the course of the next hour or so. But let's get on over to Lily. It's going to be a show really of demos, but also techniques as well. You're going to show us how to use the different pens, aren't you, Lily?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to sort of break down the different products that we've got on today's show, so you know how to use all of the different pens and pencils that we've got. So we really want to just get our teeth stuck into all the different techniques that you can be doing. So where should we start? Well, there's so much within that mega collection. It's sort of like, where do you start?
Yeah.
But we're going to start with the metallic markers that we've got within this collection. Now, these are dual nibbed. So on one end, you've got a really, really nice fine point. And on the other end, you've got a slightly wider sort of brush onto there. And they will look different depending on whether you use them onto your white cardstock or your black cardstock, and they work absolutely fabulously onto the black cardstock. Look at that coverage you've got onto your dark cardstock. It really, really brings out that shimmer and shine, that metallic element. Now these are actually water-based, so what that means is we can scribble a little bit down onto our watercolour card. Now I'm working onto watercolour card because when we add some water we can actually blend that colour out. So we can be painting with these as well. They're not just about your lettering and your adding your outlines. You can actually blend and shade with these, and because they're so richly pigmented with that metallic sheen, you can blend that out and you still get that lovely metallic lustre even when you're adding water. And we can do exactly the same when we're working onto our dark cardstocks, like our black cardstock. Now we do have the black paper pad on today's show, the Spectrum Noir one, and that is absolutely fabulous for use with all your metallics. But even blending out your colour onto your black with water, you still get that absolutely fantastic sheen onto there. So lots of options with your metallic markers that you've got. You've got 3 different sets within the collection. There's 6 in each, and they are dual ended. It's a real range of colours, perfect onto dark and light cardstock, water soluble so you can blend them out, but these are just fabulous for all your colouring and your lettering needs. I have to say I absolutely love my metallic markers. So that's sort of our first range that we've got within this mega collection. Now I want to take a little look at our metallic paint markers. Now one of the questions that we get really, really regularly is, what is the difference between the metallic markers that we've just looked at and the metallic paint markers? Because on the surface it might seem that they're quite similar. Now with our metallic paint markers we have 3 different colours within the range. So we have our bronzy colour, we have our gold and our silver, and within each pack you get 3 different pens with 3 different nib sizes. So you get this super fine one, which is a 0.7 millimetre. So this is really, really fine, so perfect for all your lettering. You also get a 3 millimetre, which is a little bit thicker. It's a nice round bullet end, which is great for your slightly thicker lines. And then finally, the one that I must say is actually my favourite, it's my go-to that I use time and time again within these metallic paint markers. It's your 4mm broad chisel end. So just pump that pen when you've not used it for perhaps a few days, just to get that ink flowing to the end. And then what I love to do with this chisel marker is I love actually adding a foam mat and layer onto my cardstock. So literally just running that along the edge of a piece of card. It could be black card, or it will work just as well onto your white card as well, or your coloured card, your pattern papers, and that's going to give it that little metallic edge, and it's going to work almost as a foam mat and layer. So it saves us from having to add another layer of card onto there. It's going to give us that sort of edge onto there that's going to look absolutely fabulous. So that's our chisel end, which I absolutely love. But don't just think about your paper and card with these. Now these are actually oil based. So with our metallic markers that we just looked at, those were water based. Whereas with these metallic paint markers, they're oil based. So they'll go onto lots of different surfaces. So they'll go onto your MDF, they'll go onto your ceramics, they'll go onto your wood. They're perfect for things that need to be sort of weatherproof, and perhaps you want to put them out in your garden, add your sealants over the top, and these will be absolutely perfect.
Could you use these on like sort of pebbles as well? Because
Absolutely.
It's very popular, isn't it, to create those little, we haven't, people leave them around our village, little pebbles where people write like positive affirmations on and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, they work brilliantly on there.
Awesome.
So all for your mixed media crafting, these are going to be brilliant. All your ceramics, your woods, perhaps you've got glass vases that you want to decorate. These are going to be perfect. With them being oil based, you're going to be able to get that coverage on such a range of both porous and non-porous surfaces. So all we've got here is we've got an MDF wooden heart, and we've added a layer of black acrylic paint just to prime it, and then we've just outlined, just with a normal pencil, a little design onto there, just a little doodly design. It's nothing particularly technical or special or that's taken an awful lot of skill. And all we're doing is just filling in that pencil that we've given ourselves that line to follow, using our metallic paint markers to give us that lovely outline onto there. And I'm mixing and matching my silver and my gold. You can be using all the different colours that you've got within the collection. It doesn't just all have to be gold or all have to be silver or all bronze.
Yeah.
You can be mixing and matching your different pens, and I'm going with that lovely fine 0.7mm nib, and now it's so super fine. So this is going to be perfect perhaps for handwriting all of your Christmas cards, your birthday cards, to give them that really special touch. If you are into your lettering, maybe your calligraphy, then these are going to be great for that. It's going to look absolutely fabulous in your metallics. But it's so easy, literally just doodling. I'm following that pencil line. I did draw it out in pencil to start with, just to give us that line to sort of, we've got something to follow. It's nice and easy to do, so it's just hand drawn. But if you do want to be using your stamps, then absolutely you can be doing that. If you're not so confident with your drawing,
just stamp out. Looks like you do.
Yeah, I love drawing, to be honest. Drawing is something that I absolutely love doing. But there's not a lot of skill on just doodling a little image like this out. But like I say, if you prefer, you can be using your stamps. And you can just add the stamped image down onto there, and then you can be following that line work. It's completely up to you, whatever you find most comfortable. But you can get fantastic effects no matter what your sort of skill level is. This is just very easy. And then after we've gone round with our metallic paint markers, you can then be just rubbing your pencil lines out, and you'll get that lovely professional finish.
Would these go into glass then?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're putting them onto something like, say, glass or ceramic, would you need to sort of seal them or treat them afterwards?
Yeah, you can do. You can add a sealant on afterwards, just to make sure that they're, like if you're going to put them in the garden, just to make sure that they're weatherproof. You can get lots of different sealants on the craft market.
I like the idea of maybe decorating up some like plant pots, you know, the terracotta plant pots that you
that would look absolutely fabulous. Yeah, just bring a little bit of metallic lustre onto your garden. It's going to look absolutely fabulous. So just finishing off onto here. So all we've done, you've seen how quickly that was. We've literally built that up from scratch. And if you just want to have a little look at a slightly different one, we've just used our gold and our silver onto there. We've added some dots into the background. We've added the sentiment of home onto there. But what a fabulous little decoration. You could be hanging in your windows, perhaps on a door. Just really easy to create, and that is using our metallic paint markers. So oil based, so you can use them on lots and lots of different surfaces.
Quick question from Jan, who says, I couldn't get the wider tip metallic paint markers to give me a good intense metallic. I did shake it up a lot. What might I be doing wrong, says Jan? Right,
so what I tend to do to prime them, so are we talking about the chisel, aren't we? So I'll shake them first of all just to prime them, but then what I'll do is I'll get a piece of scrap paper or card, and you just want to depress that nib, just give it a little bit of a pump in action, and you'll see that then the paint will start to come to the bottom of the nib. So just pump it to start with. You can see now we've got the paint flowing, and then that's going to give you a really nice juicy flow of ink. So shake it and then pump it, and you should be good to go with those.
Any more questions, as always, do get those in, because that is what we are here for. Lots of you very excited about the show, about the day as well. Gilmore is with us. Lynn says, hi Ben, Lily, the CTV team, the social superstar and everyone. Sarah Kay says, Lily is looking metallic and shiny. Shiny! She got the pen before the show and just sort of drew
just coloured in.
all over her top.
I was thinking today, we were saying yesterday was Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Today I think we're going to have to call it Shiny Sunday.
I like that.
Because we've got this morning, then we've got, Cray's got foil press this afternoon.
Foil press.
It's a Shining Sunday.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be cracking.
And for those of you who have perhaps seen Craig's Instagram this morning, I need to go home in between shows and change my attire, because if you've seen his Instagram, the shirt he is wearing today is unbelievable. It's like he's off to Hawaii. I'm not even joking you. I've got my flamingo shirt on under here, but I thought, oh, it's Sunday, so it'd be quite cosy, wear a nice cosy jumper. I'm going to have to go home and put me a Hawaiian shirt on, otherwise I'll look very out of place later on. Sarah Kay says, the Madison ink pads have been on my wish list for a while, looking forward to seeing those. Scrap Paper Scissors, I was so excited yesterday as I got my card maker's mystery bag from HSN, and it was fabulous. And Eve B said, Ben, you had me at mystery bags. Yes, mystery bags coming up later on masterclass with the foil press. Basically, I think it's £30 for the mystery bag. You're getting over £100, $100 worth of goodies within that bag. We will show you that a little bit later on. Now, obviously, we've chatted about the mega bundle. However, we realise that not everybody will stretch, and actually it may well be that a lot of you have got a lot of our metallics already and you don't want to go for the mega bundle, you just want to kind of go for individuals. These are the metallic paint markers, so you've just seen these with Lily. You've got them in the 3 different colours, so the liquid gold, quicksilver and the molten copper. And don't forget, within each of the 3 packs that you're going to get, you've got the 3 different size nibs as well. So you've got that very fine 0.7mm super fine nib, you've got a 3mm fine, and then you've got your chunkier chisel nib included in all of those colours as well. And the great thing is, I mean, they do give you an absolutely gorgeous coverage. I mean, just stunning, like the lustre that you can get. And of course, the great thing about the paint markers is that you're not just going to be using these on your cards, you're going to be using these on all sorts of different materials as well, as we've heard. As you saw, you know, you're going to be using these to create home decor pieces, whether you're going to pop these onto MDF pieces. Maybe you like the Dreamies, for example, and you want to decorate some of their goodies with these, you can do. Maybe you want to decorate some glass. Maybe, you know, these are great. You know, if you've got kind of like old bits and pieces at home, maybe you've got like sort of old vases, for example, that you haven't done a lot with. Maybe, like we said, you've got plant pots in the garden that you want to zhuzh up just a little bit. We're getting ready, aren't we, to head out into the garden as spring and summertime comes. I think this would be a great way to decorate kind of old and tired looking plant pots, and you can absolutely do that with this collection. Great price today as well, £15.34 platinum, $19.10 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. Everybody saves 20%. Now, the paint markers, I'll tell you what, I better put those back up there, because if I don't, I'll get in trouble in a minute when George wants to show you the mega bundle, and he'll go, oh, we haven't put the markers back. And then Tracy will come in, and then Georgina will be like, oh, why didn't you put those back? You've messed up my set. You've then got the metallic markers. Now, again, you've seen with these just how beautiful they are to add that sheen, that shine to all of your projects. Water-based, of course, as well, as you saw. So brilliant to be able to kind of change the hue, change the kind of depth and deepness of all of the colours that you've got here. Now, it basically works out with this particular collection that you are you're buying 2, getting 1 free, aren't you, in this collection? Yeah, I have to double check there. Great price again, £19.18 or $27.12. So there's your antique elements. You get kind of all of those sort of regular metallics, if you like, things like your bronze, things like your gold and silver, but then we give you that gorgeous vintage satin there as well. You've got antique pearl included in there too. And don't forget, these are double-ended markers for you as well. Then we go on into the rare minerals. Just to give that a little bit of a shake, you can appreciate the nature of the metallic sheen that you get with these as well. So amethyst, blue topaz, gorgeous jade green. You've got the citrine, as producer Georgina just said, red garnet, and then you've got that gorgeous pink quartz in there too. And then the final set that you're going to get here pretty much works out that you get this for free. So all of your precious metals there, your silver ingot, you've got pewter in there, antique bronze, your burnished copper, gold nugget, and then your gold plate included in there as well. And again, the kind of effects that you can achieve. Of course, as we've seen, you are going to be using these on your lighter cardstock, absolutely, but they really are going to come to the fore even more when you're using these on your darker cardstock as well, which we've got for you on the show. £19.18 for that collection, $27.12 if you're a Platinum member and you're shopping with us in the US. But there's more. As I've said, if you love all of them and you want to go to town, get the mega bundle, because that's where the main value for money is. You get everything that we're featuring on the show today. So you've got your metallic pens, you've got pencils, you've got outline markers, paint markers in there as well. You've got the whole shebang right there. £67.99 or $89.59 if you're Platinum. And there you're just seeing an absolute beautiful shot of all of the goodies that we've got there. George of the joystick. Watch out for that pan, because that's what it's called, isn't it? A pan in the trade, in the industry. Great pan there, George. Great pan. Now, if you can't afford the full collection, maybe you've already got a few bits and pieces, but you're thinking, oh, I haven't got those flip markers that Ben was chatting about just a few moments ago. That's what we're going to have a look at next. And these really are fantastic, Lily, aren't they? Because depending on how the light hits them, you get a different colour, don't you?
Yeah, these are pretty much magical. These are absolutely fabulous. You get so many different colours just from the one pen. Lots of different interesting effects. We've got loads of different colours within the range, but of course you get even more than what you first think, because when the light hits these, you get lots of different shimmering shades. Now, these are a 0.9mm nib. So they're a nice fine point, but not too fine that you can still get plenty of coverage across your larger pieces. Now, this one's brand new, it's never been used before, so you can see that the nib is white. And in order to prime this, we're going to start by giving it a little bit of a shake. And then all we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of scrap paper, and we're just going to pump down, very much like we did with our metallic paint markers earlier. You can see the ink starts to flood that nib. So it started off as a white nib, give it a little shake, then start pumping down, and then you'll find that the ink then starts to flow onto your surface. So once again, we can be using these onto our black cardstock. Look at that colour, that's absolutely fabulous. This is the marine. It looks in the centre, it looks very much green, and then as it moves to the edges, it's starting to look a bit more blue. But how about even on white cardstock, you're still going to get an absolutely amazing coverage and pop of colour. So scribbling that down onto there. Now, these are also water-based, so we're going to take a paintbrush and just a damp paintbrush with a bit of water. We can also be blending these out. Yeah. So you're bringing that colour forward, pulling that colour out, but because they are so richly pigmented, we've still got all that lustre, all that shimmer and shine, even with adding our water.
If you add the water, does that then take out the flip effect, if you know what I mean?
A little bit. You've still got a little bit of that flip effect going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not as strong because we have diluted it, but you still do have that interest of the different colours onto there. So you can see the difference between the white and black card. If I just colour one out pure, on the black it looks really, really quite blue. If we compare the black, and then it looks really, really quite green on the white. Yeah. But it is, I was looking at first, I was thinking, is that the same pen? But it is exactly the same pen that we've used.
Yeah.
Looking very much bluey onto your black cardstock, and then very much green onto your white. But so let's have a look at another of the colours that we've got within the range. We've got Luna. So if we colour down a little bit onto our black cardstock, and as that dries, the shimmer and shine and sparkle will come forward a little bit more. And then if we colour it onto our white watercolour card, you can see we're getting a different effect onto there once again. It looks absolutely fabulous. As the light hits it, you see all those different changes in colour. They are so clever, aren't they? They are just absolutely fantastic. One more, let's just have a look at the nebula. The colours and the names are absolutely fabulous. Look how intense that colour is. That shimmer and shine is absolutely incredible. And then let's give it a little go onto our black cardstock. And as it dries, that flip effect will come to the fore a little bit more, and you'll see all those different colour tones coming through. As I'm looking at that that greeny blue one that we coloured down earlier, now that's dry, we can see even more of that shimmer and sparkle. It looks absolutely fabulous. But don't just think about your lettering. Of course, we can water them down, so perfect for all our blending. If we're colouring in our stamped images, these are going to be absolutely fabulous as well. But one final little thing we can still be doing, our edges, if we use the very edge of our marker, we can also be edging our cardstock using these amazing metallic flip pens. They are absolutely incredible. So many options with these, but just such pretty colours and such a fabulous product.
Yeah, really lovely. Lots of you chatting about these, actually saying how much you love them. Lots of you just loving the range in general. And what I love about this show is the fact that if you've got none of them, you can get the mega collection. If you've got a few of them, you can build up your collection, because we've got the individual collections for you as well. Lorraine Cox saying, hi Lily and Ben, nice to see you again. Lovely to have your company again, Lorraine, thank you. Gemma Wilson says, I'm making a Dreamies MDF birdhouse right now using the paint pens. Love that. Angela Krause says, good morning. Good morning, Angela. Good morning to Scrap Paper Scissors, who says, I missed all the shows yesterday because of work. Gah, work. Ugh. Four-letter word, that. I look forward to checking them out later. Do go back and check out the shows. They were great, if we do say so ourselves. And CJ's Papercraft says, good morning, afternoon, everyone. The sunrise was gorgeous this morning in chilly Ontario. Wasn't such a gorgeous start to the morning here, but it looks to be getting a little bit nicer out there. Just looking out, the sun looks to be shining. Georgina's just gone, I think it might be deceptive, to be honest. I was just trying to spread a bit of sunshine on a Sunday. It looks like the sunshine is shining, but Georgina says, it's raining. So there we go. Hopefully Craig in his Hawaiian shirt will bring some sunshine to the proceedings a little bit later on. The flip markers, let me show you these. It's a balmy 11 degrees outside. Wow, definitely going to go home and get my Hawaiian shirt for later on. I'll get my shorts on as well. $17.98 for this collection. Hopefully you can see there just when the light changes, when I just wiggle there, not me, wiggle the boards, you can see how these work and how the light affects the colour that you see, and they are absolutely gorgeous as well. So this one here you're going to get within the collection. So the Comet, the Nebula, you've got the Eclipse, you've also got the gorgeous Cosmos there. Look again at the different colours you've got when the light hits it. You've got the Galaxy and the Lunar, so that is your Cosmic Wonder collection. And then the second set of 6 that you're going to get in this set is the Natural World. And again, look at all of the different colours there. And just as I flip to see the different colours that you can pick up as the light hits the colours there at different angles. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the rainforest, the moonlight and sunset. You've got that gorgeous prairie, the marine stunning, and then the reef there as well. We've actually got some beautiful stamps on the show as well, which I think these pens would work absolutely wonderfully with. Oh, good wiggling there, Moseby. Look at that. Woo! £17.98 for that set, or $23.94 if you want to go for the flip markers. Don't forget, of course, again as well, you can get those in the full mega bundle, which we'll chat more about a little bit later on. Next up, if you thought those were amazing, get ready for the outline markers. These really do blow my mind. I know I have quite a small mind, but before you guys said it, these really are magic, because my head can't quite get around how these actually work, because these will lay down not one but 2 different colours, and the outline of each of the markers that you will get here is a different colour. And I don't understand how it works, but the result that you get here, Lily, is amazing, isn't it?
Really know how they work.
Oh, good news.
Honestly, it's like magic. They are absolutely incredible. So within each different pen, you get sort of the main colour. So this one's our pink one, but that's the colour that it gives us for our outline. So let's actually see. It's easier to actually see it rather than try and explain it, because like I say, I don't know how it works. So all we do is we colour down like usual. And this is literally one pen. You've just seen me do that.
Look at that.
We've got the core is silver, then the outline is this pink.
Amazing.
So it's almost like we've coloured it in silver, and then we've had to go in with a fine liner and add an outline onto there, but we've not at all. It's absolutely incredible.
Here comes George.
Here we go, we're going in.
Going in there, you can see it.
Yeah, so we've got the centre is that silver, then we've got an outline of the pink, and it will work on black card. I find that the outline is more more prominent when you're working onto white card. It's sort of more silvery if you are colouring onto your black card, but it still gives you a fabulous effect. And it's the same with all of the different colours that we've got within this range. So it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's like incredible that that's just one stroke. It's just, you know, you look at the pen and it looks like an ordinary pen. Yes, it looks like it's going to give you a fabulous metallic effect, but lo and behold, look at that. You would not expect to get those sorts of results just from this one pen.
Are you generally using these then for kind of embellishing and doodling and writing?
Yeah, perfect for, perhaps you want to do your doodly borders, perhaps you add in like little spots and dots to your designs. Perhaps you are into your lettering, these can be perfect, but these are also water soluble, so you can be blending them out. I mean, obviously then we won't really have the outline effect, but it's just another use. You can be taking your water and blending out that silver, and it's going to give you another option. Right, let's go for another colour. Shall we go for, let's go for amethyst purple.
Ooh, beautiful.
Let's see how this looks. So again, we're laying down that colour very, very easily, giving us our outline of the purple, but in the centre we've got that silver, and it looks absolutely incredible. Just from the one pen, just from the one scribble down of colour. We're not having to go back in with a fine line or any other product. You would have thought that was 2 pens that's done that, but all it is just the one pen. These outline markers, honestly, every time I use them, I'm absolutely blown away.
You see, yeah, because in my little mind,
amazing.
you would think the fact that you've kind of coloured with them, like the colour of the outline and the silver would get all mixed up.
Yeah, you would have thought, you'd think they'd be like stripes and lines. Honestly, I don't know how it works, but thank goodness it does, because it looks absolutely amazing. But it's going to give your mates such a point of difference. Perhaps you're wanting to be creating your own pattern papers. We saw a sample at the top of the show. I'm literally just drawing little circles, and you could be creating your own dotty pattern papers really quite quickly and easily, merging the two words. But you can queasily, really quite queasily.
You won't feel queasy when you're using these.
Hopefully not. But you can create your own pattern papers. How cool does that look?
Yeah.
And we literally built that up in a matter of seconds. Or you could just be doing dots like so, and it looks absolutely fantastic because we've got that core of the silver, and then around the outside, we've got our lovely green. And of course you can be mixing in your different colours to build up different effects. But how easy is it to create our own backgrounds just by dotting? And it just looks absolutely fabulous. But so much fun you can have with these. Great for your doodling. Just have a play with products like this. You're going to come up with lots of different techniques, lots of different effects, but just such good fun with your outline markers.
And they really, do you know what as well, right? If you're wanting to kind of get into using our metallics, these are really inexpensive. Look at the price today. If you're platinum, £8 and change, $10.76 is just fantastic. And I also think like markers like these are brilliant as well to get for the kids or the grandkids. You know, potentially if you've got things like you know, your tri-blends or your aqua markers, if you've got sets of Spectrum Noir pens, is what I'm trying to say, that you don't potentially want to share with the little ones, these are the kind of pens that the kids will absolutely love to work with. And of course, you're not spending a fortune. My Daisy, as I say, she's getting more and more crafty. She loves doodling and writing and just, you know, drawing. She's got pads upon pads and loads of different pens at home. And I know I might even get these for her, actually, birthday coming up. She would absolutely love these. So, you know, don't think about these necessarily just for yourself. Think about getting these for, you know, for the kids, for the grandkids. With Easter on the way, maybe you're thinking of a different gift this year rather than buying loads of chocolate eggs, because you know probably the rest of the family will get them that. Why not get them a nice little present? I think these would be absolutely brilliant for the kids to get crafting with. And again, you're just seeing here how great these are, just to create your own little sentiments on the front of a card. Work with some different papers, create your mats and layers, and then just write your own beautiful little message on there. And actually, you know, you don't have to be like a sort of a calligraphy expert to use these. You can just have a lot of fun. And, you know, whoever uses these will get that same effect with that gorgeous metallic sheen, of course, with the different colours of the outlines that you're going to get in the Dazzling Brights collection. I think these are brilliant. And as I say, if you're looking for a really great value for money deal today, these are they. £8.63 platinum, $10.76. Worth bearing in mind as well that you will, of course, get a little bit closer if you've got these in your baskets to getting that free gift that we've got today. Last chance saloon to get that, actually, isn't it? Because if you spend £10, £20 or $30, you will get a free gift popped into your basket as well. Now, as well as giving you all of the pens, we've also got our metallic ink in liquid form as well. The set that I've got here is your, which one is this? This is the vintage metallic. So within this set, you've got your aged copper, you've got your antique bronze, burnished copper, and your tarnished silver. So colours within these matching up with the colours that you've got within your pen sets as well. And I suppose, again, these are great if you're wanting to apply, you know, straight onto your brushes, if you're wanting to potentially create bigger backgrounds with the metallic effect. That's where these will really come into their own. So the 4 different colours within this collection as well. You've then got the second collection within this set, which is your rich metallics. And I'll show you the 4 colours here too. I noticed in these as well, you've got a little, sounds like a little ball bearing that you've got. That's just to kind of get the pigments to sort of mix, isn't it? And it's a swirl rather than a shake, isn't it?
Yeah, give it a nice little swirl, and that ball bearing will just help everything to mix together. Because obviously we've got the metallic element in there, so that ball bearing will just help everything mix together beautifully. So you get a lovely, smooth, even lay down of colour.
And those are your 4 colours in the second set that you're going to get as well, which are your gold plate, you've got the silver ingot, you've got your antique bronze, and also, what colour's that one? I feel like that one's a rogue. Antique pearl. He's not in there. The 4 colours you're going to get are the gold plate, silver ingot, ancient bronze, and your pewter. That's a rogue. That's a rogue one. Was he in there? No, he's not. Don't get that one. You get pewter instead of the purple, which is a shame because Georgina just went, oh, I love that purple. You don't get it. You don't get that one. You get a pewter in there as well. We'll sort that one out for you. But those are the 8 colours that you're going to get if you go for your metallic pots. 8 in total for $29.98 or $47.94 if you're a platinum member. Of course, those will qualify you for your free gift as well. Just before we take a little break, I know a lot of you are very excited about the fact that we've got the metallic ink pads on the show for you too. And we'll show you these also. So you're going to get within this collection 7 in total. As I go through the colours here, you've got blue organza, you've also got red garnet. These, again, have that longer drying time. So, Lily, you've got the ability, I suppose, with these to do your blending, to use your powders with these as well, if you want, haven't you?
These are absolutely fabulous inks. With them being pigment based, they are that little bit slower drying like Ben's just said, so you can get your embossing powders onto there. So use these with your clear embossing powders and they look absolutely fabulous. They're perfect for stamping with, so you can use them with all your stamps in your collection, and it's going to give you that point of difference with them being metallic. You can of course be doing all your blending techniques, so perhaps you're picking up some of the embossing folders that we've got on today's show. Add a little bit of the ink over the top of the embossed design. It's going to bring out that detail and look absolutely incredible. But these look amazing on both dark cardstock and paler cardstock as well. So lots and lots of different options with these incredible ink pads.
So you've got blush and pink lace, you've got the gorgeous rose satin included in there as well, and your 4 more colours, amethyst, you've got your jade green, you've got your red garnet, and finally, you've got that gorgeous blue organza. Lovely price again as well, 20% saving on those, £21.59 or $35.19 is your platinum price if you are jumping in and shopping for those. Lots of lovely comments coming through. Good morning to Miriam Robson, who says, good morning everyone, Lily, Ben, all the crew, crafty friends, having a second cup of coffee, and I'm loving these metallics. Miriam also just saying, definitely saving this show for later. I've got the metallic ink pads from the warehouse sale, the pencils and a set of markers from a mystery bag. We've got some questions coming in, which we will tackle in just a few moments' time. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a short little break, so we'll give you some chance to check out your baskets. Whether you're going for that mega bundle or indeed you're picking and choosing, get those baskets checked out, and we will come back with more of your questions and more hints, tips and demos from Lily in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire. the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
What a nice young man in that video there. I like his shirt. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice bloke. Seems like a nice chap. Thank you for all the comments coming through. Quick question from Sarah Kay, who says, do the flip markers leave a glittery residue if you rub them after they've dried?
No. You might get a few tiny little flecks of glitter coming off, but no. That colour's laid down nicely. Should be all right.
Sally Hicks says, I love those metallic ink pads. They add just the right amount of sparkle and they're very easy to use as well. And Busy Lizzie says, hi Ben, I'm looking after Eden today. So Eden is 9 and loves to craft. So let's say a big hello to Eden. Hi Eden, hopefully you're having fun today. Apparently Eden loves crafting. She says, we're watching along with you whilst we make our Easter card. So that sounds like a lovely morning there and glad that you're watching us whilst you are crafting along. Deborah says, hello everyone from a windy overcast Lancashire, better late than never. Absolutely. Shall we have a look at some sets of stamps as well, because do you know what, if you're buying all of these gorgeous pens, then you're going to want some images to be colouring in with them. And actually, when you talk about kind of sheen and sparkle and lustre and wonder, you want some really, really beautiful images to be colouring with, and that's what you've got in this collection. This is the glitter marker stamp collection, 23 elements in total, and it is all about beautiful, beautiful kind of almost like fairy tale-esque images, if you like. So unicorns, for example. Can you imagine how beautiful these will look potentially using those flip markers, using some of the metallics in here as well? You can really create some gorgeous imagery there. You've then got the Make-A-Wish, which is that gorgeous little toadstool, and some lovely sentiments in here as well. So a great way to be able to create these for whatever the occasion might be. We've then got a little fairy here, which is called Little Fairy Dust. Again, how gorgeous will that wing look? Maybe use some of your flip markers, maybe using some of your outline markers in there as well to create a gorgeous effect. Now, you talk about creating beautiful, shimmery, shiny effects. How great is that mermaid's tail going to look? Using all of these different colours, absolutely gorgeous. That one there is your beautiful friend. You've then got the little pixie there. You are amazing. Again, nice big stamps to be colouring in. You're definitely wanting to be getting some of the metallic selections with these. And then finally, you've got the Once Upon a Time, which is that really cute fairy, and the fairy door as well. So Once Upon a Time and I Believe in Fairies are your sentiments. 20, I knew you were going to sing that, Georgina. She's just gone, I believe in fairies. Something good in everything I see. 2080 or 2560 is your platinum price there. And then finally, well, finally for now, your resist stamps. Now, let's just talk about these as we just have a look. By the way, these are limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means...
So won't be seen!
Yes. And we are down to literally low double figures on these, so if you want to grab them, please do. Just as I go through the images here, Lily, let's just chat around these, because we've labelled these up again as resist stamps. However, you're going to be able to use these as you would with any normal stamp. We've just kind of labelled them resist because we think the way that these have sort of been laid out, the images lend themselves nicely to that technique, don't they?
Absolutely. They'll work fabulously with your embossing powders and your inks to give you that amazing resist technique like you're seeing on the boards that Ben's now shown you. But of course, don't just think of these as resist stamps. Just think of them as ordinary stamps. They're beautiful, big, bold, large size stamps that are going to be great fun to colour. With all your metallic mediums, they're going to look absolutely incredible. You've got really big open spaces where you can be adding all your doodling, adding all your metallic pens and pencils onto there to give you a really striking and bold effect. But with them being such large stamps as well, they will fill the whole of a card front. I think they're about 6 by 4 inches, so working onto your larger size cards will be fabulous as well. Perhaps just a sentiment, and that is literally all you need. That's your card made, but the artwork really does hold its own because it is so stunning. But of course, not just about your resist techniques, just use them like you would any stamp, perhaps snipping into them, layering them up. They're going to create absolutely incredible cards and other perhaps home decor pieces as well, scrapbook pages, tags, so much you can be doing with them. And look how stunning they look when you're bringing in all your coloured mediums. Just absolutely fabulous to craft with.
Do make sure though that you snap these up. The price is absolutely phenomenal. It's a £40 bundle, there or thereabouts. You are picking them up though today for just £12.78 or £15.92. However, these will disappear because they are limited. We're down to low double figures on them. If you want to grab them right now. Do not wait. Do not resist.
It's a deal you can't resist.
Yay! They will disappear potentially before the end of the show because, as I say, we have not got a lot of stock at all. Let's go back to our metallics because that's what this show is all about. Of course, everything that we are showing you as far as the pens are concerned, you'll find within the Mega Bundle. However, we like to make sure that you've got the option to buy things individually as well because we know budgets are different. Some of you will have some of the items that we've already got in that mega collection. But let's talk about the metallic pencils that we've got for you. Again, stunning price today. It's a 10% saving for everyone, less another 20 if you're platinum, which is £9.35 or $10.76. So, yeah, talk us around the metallic pencils, Lily. Again, for people who haven't seen these, why might I need these? And also, the question I always have about these, if I've got the metallic pens, when perhaps would I use those as opposed to the metallic pencils? Is it just kind of however you feel on the day kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. They're just going to give you different effects. So your pens will give you perhaps a slightly more bold and strong opaque effect, whereas with our pencils they can be slightly more subtle if we want them to, but just different effects, different uses, but still absolutely fabulous with our pencils. So they come in this lovely little tin, so they'll make a perfect gift. Like Ben was talking earlier about Easter gifts for the kiddies, these would be absolutely brilliant. They come in this lovely tin and we've got 12 different pencils in there. So we've got our storage already sorted as well, which is fabulous. So you know that they're going to be protected in your tin. So you can see if we sharpen them, we'll get a lovely sharp point on the end. We get this lovely round barrel, and we've got a range of different colours. And again, like all our other metallic products on the show, they'll work onto both our light cardstocks, but also onto our black cardstocks as well. They will look absolutely fabulous, and they'll still give us that metallic lustre onto there. Now, just by varying the pressure that we're using, we can very, very easily build up our shading. So if we press down a little bit harder with more pressure, we're going to get that more intense, that darker area. And as we move through and we apply less pressure, that's going to give us our shading. It's going to give us our different tones as we move through from dark to light. So these are really, really easy to actually build up your shading with, as we'll see a little bit later as we go through demo. If you are struggling with your blending, and perhaps you want to blend different colours together to create really interesting effects, you can be using these with your blending solution. They are not water-based, so you can't blend them out with water, but if you do have some of the Spectrum Noir blending solution that we do have on the website, then absolutely you can use that with these in order to actually blend these out really, really easily. But it is easy just to blend them out even without your solution. You can see with more pressure you can get a really, really intense laydown of colour. You get a really smooth, clear, crisp, even coat. But as we vary in our pressure, then we can get those shaded effects.
Does that blending solution then as well allow you to blend different colours from the different pens?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can be blending without your blending solution, but it does just make it a little bit easier to blend your different colours together if you've got your blending solution. So you can be creating your ombre effects on your dark card really, really quite easily. And just have a little experiment and a play. These are fabulous. They're completely mess-free with them being pencils. So perhaps a brilliant one for the children to be getting involved and having a little bit of a go with your metallic mediums. But you could be creating rainbow effects in your metallics by blending lots of different tones within the set together. Like I say, we've got 12 different pencils within this tin. So you can see how easily they actually blend together. It looks absolutely fabulous. Think about doing that onto your mermaid's tails, onto your manes of your unicorns. It's going to look absolutely incredible. But I have to say, I love my pencils. Something a little bit different to your pens, but there's a place in your crafty stash for all of your different pencils and pens, just different effects and different uses, which is fabulous.
Absolutely right. What a price as well today, £9.35 if you are a platinum member, $10.76 as well. Lovely collection of colours that you're going to get within this set, beautifully presented as well. So again, you know, if we're thinking about Easter gifts potentially, I think it's nice at Easter time to, you know, potentially give something other than other than chocolate, other than an Easter egg, particularly if your kids do love their arts and crafts. These would be a lovely, lovely gift. Inexpensive, but the thing again, you'll know with our Spectrum Noir products, the quality of these is second to none. So you really are getting a steal of a deal today for under £10 if you're platinum and you're shopping in the UK, $10.76 if you are shopping in the US. Just a quick question that's coming from Michelle Middleton, who says, good morning. Lily, which type of pen would be best if I want to paint rocks with the kids?
Oh, definitely your metallic paint markers will be fabulous. Your metallic paint markers, with them being oil-based rather than water-based like some of the other products in the range are, they're going to give you that brilliant coverage onto items like your pebbles, and it's going to give you a fabulous effect. I'd love to see what you create. That sounds like a great little project to be doing with the grandkids.
Yeah, absolutely. Do feel free to send in your pictures at any time, and I know like the painting of the rocks is like hugely popular, you know, creating characters. And as I say, round our village, you see them a lot. A lot of the kids like paint up little rocks, write a little happy phrase on them, and when you find it, you're then supposed to pick it up and place it somewhere else so somebody else can find it.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing to do. And I know a few of the schools as well, like Daisy's previous primary school, they created a rock snake. So all of the kids in the school had to like create their own little portion of the snake, and they pieced it all together and created this little rock snake around the playground, which I thought was lovely. So that kind of thing, those kinds of arts and crafts with the kids, I think they'll be perfect for. Pammy just says, I love to use my sparkle pens with the stamps. Absolutely right. And Busy Lizzie says, thank you, Ben, for that shout out to Eden. You've just made her day. Well, she's got a second one. Look at that. No, it's lovely to have you all watching. Eden, it's great that we've got some youngsters watching as well. The future generation of crafters here at Crafters TV. Now, just want to quickly remind you, in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do by now, but you might not, we've got the tape pens. The tape pens! Pens! They are back in stock, back in stock. Yeah, they've been out of stock for ages. The story on this was we've got a load, we've got thousands into stock at the start of the year. We thought we'd have them around for yonks. They were here for about 2 weeks and then they disappeared again. We have, again, this time got a big stock in. All I will say to you is, though, is that they are going fast. So, the fact that they are going fast means, what do you need to do?
Check out now!
Yes, that's what you need to do. We've got the tape pens for you. So 3 you're going to get. No, you're not. You're going to get 4. We're only going to charge you for 3 though. So buy 4, only pay for 3. £9.57 or $14.28 is the platinum price on those. People were buying those in their droves yesterday, multi-ordering, because they're the kind of craft room accessory that you don't want to run out of. So now we've got them in stock. For goodness sake, make sure you take advantage of them, because they will go out of stock again, and you don't want to be part of the great tape pen shortage 2022. The other great news is not only are the tape pens back in stock, but yay! The Dotty tape pens are also back in stock. And once again, we're not just giving you 1 for that price, we're not giving you 2 for that price, we're giving you 3 for £11.98 or $16.68. And because we love you, we are throwing in a 4th one for free. £11.98, $16.68 is the deal here if you're platinum. Once again, people have been multi-ordering these. Make sure you multi-order as well. Don't miss out on the deal, because they are. So you need to
check out now.
How much fun, Georgina says, have you guys had with this over the last few days? Seriously, we have a lot of fun. Like George the joystick, he's just been waiting for the minute that we show the tape pens. I've never heard him so alert in the gallery. He's like, oh, when's he going to do it? When's he going to do it? I'll press the button, I'll press the button. He's loving life in there. He is loving life. Hey, look, you're back inside. He's like, oh, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. He's going fast. Yeah. Oh, is he going to say it? He's going to say it. Check out now. He's loving life. He's loving life. Right, let's get back to the demos with Lily. Less of the mucking about. We'll look at the metallic pencils deal on the screen for you there. They're £9.35 or $10.76. And I know we've been talking a lot about kind of techniques. If you've got any more questions about any of the ranges on the show today, do ask them. But we're going to have a look more at a demo here, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to work with our metallic pencils. We're going to be bringing in some of the lovely stamps that we've got on today's show. Just having a really good play with our fabulous metallic products. So to start with, all we've done is we've stamped out this fabulous unicorn onto some stamping card. Now, I find stamping card is the best card to work onto when you are using your metallic pencils. You don't want something that's really, really smooth, so I wouldn't be going for my Nina card. Your stamping card will be absolutely fabulous for use with your pencils. Now, all I'm doing is I've taken one of my purple pencils and I'm just starting to colour in the mane. So on one area on the left hand side it's going to be a little bit darker, so I'm applying quite firm pressure onto there, and as I blend out towards the right hand side where the light will be catching a little bit more and it's a little bit paler, I'm applying a little bit less pressure onto that area, and that's just going to give us that blend onto there and that little bit of shading. So I'm not doing anything particularly specific, I'm not doing anything particularly skilled really. I'm just varying the pressure on one colour of pencil even. That's all we're doing. Not even blending more than one colour, we're just doing the one colour of our pencil, and it's going to give us that shading onto there, and it's going to look fabulous. So choosing another of the colours, and you may get a little bit of sort of the pencil dust. That's completely normal when you are working with any of your pencils, whether they be metallic or not. You can just brush that away or blow that away really simply, and just to get rid of that. But you can, like I was mentioning earlier, you can be using your blending fluid with these, but you can see even without using the blending fluid, it's really easy to get a smooth blend using your pencils. Varying that pressure, we're going to get that shading onto there. I'm applying more pressure on the left-hand side, and then I'm blending out towards the right where I'm applying that little bit less pressure, so it gives us that light and shade onto there. Mixing up the colours, it looks absolutely fabulous when you are working with a stamp like this, just to be varying the colours, bringing in all your different colours. I mean, you've got 12 different shades to work with within this whole set of pencils, so you've got plenty to be playing with. You
if
can
you're
create
a beginner as well, would you kind of recommend the pens or the pencils, or does it not really make any odds?
I think they're all perfect for beginners, to be honest. You can all create with them really, really easily. I think it just comes down to what sort of effect you want to create, but I think the pencils are particularly brilliant for children just because they are sort of mess-free, but for beginners, all of the products that we've got on today's show are going to work absolutely brilliantly. They are so easy. They're just the sort of products that you sort of have to play with.
Yeah.
Just sit down, have an experiment, get out some scrap cardstock perhaps. Don't put pressure on yourself to create a certain card or a certain project. Just have a little play to start with. Find out what sort of techniques you can be doing and what you love the most about those products, and then perhaps start bringing them into your card making, your home decor, your scrapbooking, whatever it may be. But just have a little play to start with, and it's just so much fun just to get experimenting with all your different products.
Yeah.
And as well, see how they all work together. With all the water-based products within the range, you'll see that they all play together really nicely. So you can see how you can be mixing and matching all your different water-based products, perhaps your metallic markers with your flip pens, with your outline markers, mixing and mashing them to get lots and lots of different fantastic results. So we've started building up the mane. For the actual body itself, I would take the silver pencil and I'd apply really, really light pressure onto there. So just to build up a little bit of shade onto the body. Now it's really, really simple to do. There's not a lot of skill, there's not a lot of thought really that's going into this. I'm just having a little play, adding a slightly more of the colour with a little bit more pressure down the left hand side, and then on the right hand side I'm imagining the light source is going to be coming down, and we're going to have a little bit of shadow on the left, and it's going to be lighter as we move towards the right. But I'm not being really technical about it, I'm not overthinking all of our light sources and light and shade. I'm literally just doing shadow towards the left hand side and then bringing out those highlights on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And you can see very, very easily we start to build up this coloured image. And if we were to carry on colouring using exactly the same techniques that I've shown you for this part of the mane, we'd carry on doing that for all of the mane and exactly the same technique for the body of the unicorn, we'd end up with something a little bit like that. And all we've done is we've just gone round and fussy cut that out, just leaving a couple of milled border all around the outside, but you can see how fabulous that looks using that same technique that we used on the mane, that we used on the body. We've actually used a little bit of blending fluid onto the body just to give you that really, really smooth blend, but it still looks absolutely fabulous. Whether you use your blending fluid or not, it's totally up to you. You're going to get fabulous results either way.
Lillian, just to let you know as well, because Lillian was asking about that unicorn stamp, so that one's called Believe in the Magic, and it's within the glitter stamp collection, which I showed you a little while ago, so it's within that set. We'll flash up the details for you if you want to jump in and grab that one. Here it is, bottom of the screen, £26 is your price today, or $32, less your platinum membership, of course, because I know the majority of you are. Michelle just saying, I like that snake idea, Ben. I have to come up with summer camp ideas. Well, you can have that one on me, the rock snakes. And lots of you get excited about the fact that we've got those markers back in as well. Not the markers, the tape pens, I should say. They are back in stock. Right, back to Lily. Any more questions? Keep them coming. I realise we've only got 20 minutes to go, but we're back to Lily for the second part of the demo.
Right, we're going to start getting a little bit messy now. We're going to start to create a background for our card. So the craft mat's out. We've whipped the craft mat out. You know it's getting serious when the craft mat comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. We're taking some of our metallic flip markers, and all we're going to do is we're literally just going to scribble a bit of our flip marker onto our craft mat. We're going to take another colour, we're going for the nebula now. I'm going to literally scribble that randomly onto our craft mat, and you're thinking, what on earth is she doing?
What on earth?
What on
earth everybody is Lily doing?
is this, you know, is this preschool? What is this?
Has she gone crazy?
She's gone crazy. The metallics has sent her crazy. Now we're going to take one of our mister bottles
Yeah.
from Spectrum Noir. We're just going to start to mist plenty of water onto our scribbles that we've just popped onto there. Then we're going to take a piece of watercolour cardstock. Now this is perfect when you are using water-based mediums like this. We've got quite a bit of water on there, so we do want some watercolour cardstock because it'll just take that liquid a bit better. Then all we're going to do is you're just going to literally dab that down.
Ooh.
So we're just going to pick up some of that colour. You can see the colours all start to mix and merge onto our cardstock. Look how fabulous that is starting to look. Just by literally picking up some of that colour onto there. You can be doing this with lots and lots of different colours. We only use the 2, but you could be bringing in all sorts of different colours, and as that starts to dry, the shimmer and sparkle is going to come out even more. I can see I've got quite a bit left on my mat, so I'm going to take that piece of black card and let's just have a look. I'm just going to experiment. I don't know how this is going to work, but see what it looks like on black. So you can see you get a bit of that sparkle. It looks kind of wet at the moment, but as it dries, that sparkle will come out. So you can literally just mop up some of that excess. It's a brilliant way of cleaning up. It
Can I
means
ask a
that
question as well?
Yeah, go on.
Is there any particular reason why you've used the craft mat and not your glass mat?
Fabulous question.
Thank you.
Yes, love that question. So you'll get different effects given the surface that you use, whether you use your craft mat or your glass mat. What you'll find with your glass mat is the water pools a little bit more and beads.
Right.
It still works, it still looks fabulous, but it will just give you a slightly different effect. I prefer the effect that you get with your craft mat.
Yep.
But it's totally up to you. It will just be a different effect. Now as this dries, we can see already that shimmer and shine, that metallic element is starting to come through a bit more. This is a really nice subtle effect. If you prefer something a little bit darker, then of course you could be adding less water to your craft mat, and that will give you more intense colour. But you could always, once this is dried, you could be repeating the process again and layering up to get an even more intense colour onto there. So we'd leave this to dry. And you can see with this one, bringing this in, this is a lot darker. We've left that to dry. We've used a lot less water onto there. And all we've done is we've just cut a circle into the centre.
Yeah.
Now this is measuring 6.5 by 5.5, and we've scored in either side about 1/2 inch, and we're literally just going to fold back. So we're going to create a dome for our card. So folding back like so onto those 2 score lines, and then we're going to bring in a frame that we have already got die cut here.
A few people asking as well, including Marianne, they want to know what kind of paper or cardstock that you're currently using.
Oh, for our background, definitely watercolour card. Because we're adding quite a bit of water and we're working with a water-based medium, a watercolour card will be perfect. So it'll just take that liquid a lot better than your stamping card will. So when we were colouring in our lovely unicorn earlier, we were using some stamping card. But when we created our background, we used watercolour card. And it just means it's not really going to buckle so much, because it will take that water really, really well. But fabulous question. I like that one as well. That's a good question.
Oh, good,
we're happy with that. Well done.
Well done, Matt. Keep the good questions coming in. I mean, I don't know if anyone will top my
question.
great question though about the mats, but you know, you can always try.
Yeah.
Question of the day so far.
It was a good question.
Thank you.
You know, it was a good question. Cool. So all we've got some pattern paper with a little border of purple. It's that same purple cardstock that we used to cut our frame out of. And we're going to create a domed effect onto there. So along our tab that we've got at the side, at the edge of our score line, we're going to add a little bit of our solid tape pen. And I find it easier to stick one side at a time rather than sort of fighting with 2 gluey tabs.
Yeah.
Just stick one at a time, and it's going to be a lot more manageable. So sticking that left-hand side first, and when we're happy with the positioning of that, we're going to add a little bit of our tape runner to the other right-hand side, and then just bend this round so our piece on the top is slightly longer than the piece that we're sticking it onto, and that is going to give us that domed effect. And how much of a dome you have onto your cards is totally up to you. The longer you cut that top piece, the more domed it's going to be. But it's totally up to the sort of effect you want to create. But you can see you've got that really nice domed element onto the front there. It just gives you that little point of difference. Now we're going to add this onto our card base. So we've got a white card base, and it's going to be easy for us to put our adhesive actually directly onto our card blank, with this element now being quite 3D. It's not so easy to add our adhesive onto there. So we're going to add our adhesive onto our card base, and then we're going to stick our topper that we've just created onto there, really simply like so. And then we're going to bring back in our unicorn, and you can see this black cardstock that we created earlier with the background. It's starting to, I don't know if we can pick that up, but that blue is starting to come through a little bit more, yeah. And as that dries even more, as it gets fully dry, that will come to the fore even more. So we're thinking about adding our unicorn. I'm thinking I might add it like that, so she's sort of poking behind from the aperture,
yeah, I like that.
Then comes to the fore. Should we go with that? So a few foam pads, just to lift her proud from the card, make her really stand out. After all, she is sort of what all the card is all about. It's all about this fabulous colouring onto our lovely unicorn, using our fantastic metallic pencils it was. So I don't need that quite so high up, because that's going to be overlapping. So I'm going to move that foam pad down a little bit more. I'm just going to have her poking through just like so. I'm going to finish off just with the sentiment is going to be that finishing touch onto our project. So we're going to add another foam pad onto here, just like so. Being fabulous is my superpower. What's yours? What a fantastically fun sentiment that is to add onto our card. Just to finish that off, have the horn poking over our sentiment for a little fun touch. But how easy was that to create, using our pencils, building up our own backgrounds, using all our different pens and spritzing with water. But it looks so fabulous using all our metallic products.
Absolutely amazing. Gemma said Lily went rogue there. She did go rogue, but thankfully pulled it back to create a really cool card. But isn't it nice to see all those different effects, bringing in things like your craft mats instead of using your glass mat, just to create those different effects, those different ideas. Sarah Kay says, gorgeous unicorn Lily. Linda's joined us from Dudley. And Rhoda Crowley says, I've got those pencils. I haven't used them yet.
Oh no!
But these demos have given me the incentive and confidence to try them out. Give them a go. The thing is, you're working with like top-notch, top-quality pens and pencils here, but you don't have to be scared with them. You don't have to be worried about using them. You just need to relax, have fun, have a play, like Lily says, and have the confidence to have a go. And very soon, you really will be creating the most beautiful, beautiful projects. The full collection is right here for you. If you want to go for everything pretty much that we've featured on the show today, you've got in here your metallic flick markers that we've talked about. You've got your gorgeous outline markers in there as well. Your set of metallic pencils are included. You'll get all 3 different colours of your paint markers in there as well. And then on top of all of that, don't forget the selection of your metallic markers in there too. So your antique elements, your rare minerals, your precious metals. With the flip markers, you've got your Cosmic Wonder and Natural World collections. Paint markers in the liquid gold, the quicksilver and the molten copper. 12 pencils, 6 outline markers, and a partridge in a pear tree. £67.99 is the platinum price. $89.59 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're platinum. Beautiful card, says Miriam. Sherry says amazing colouring, Lily. Oh, just gorgeous. And what a gorgeous card, says Mary Beth Doyle. Also, let's quickly show you, I've just looked at the time here, we've got a lot to do in the last 12 minutes, so I'll quickly go through the 3D embossing folders that I've got for your 12-piece collection. What I love about these is that not only have you got that 3D effect, so kind of almost like peaks and troughs with your embossing. So you've got kind of embossing on top of embossing almost, as you can see with the exquisite blooms here. The detailing in the background, but because you've got that 3D effect, you've got the flowers coming even more to the fore here. So not only 3D embossing folders, but you've got embossing folders in different sizes as well, which is just absolutely brilliant. Embossing folders for all sorts of different projects. You've got them in 5x7, 4x6, 5.5 by 5.5, 3.25 by 8.25. So, whatever card size you like to work with, you've got pretty much an embossing folder in this collection. 3D too, and as we talked about, right, one here, if you love your slimline cards, that's the Elegant Flourish. All beautifully done for you. Add a little bit of colour, whether you're using some of the metallic colours that we've got here, whether you're perhaps thinking about using your metallic ink pads onto these as well. All you need to do really is add a little sentiment in there, add a little embellishment, and you've got a really, really lovely card. I know we talk lots and lots, that's the classic lace there, by the way. I know we talk lots and lots about creator cards when it comes to our dies, but I really do think that these embossing folders, particularly this collection, are creator cards in themselves, because, as I say, you've got that beautiful frame on all of these. Add a bit of colour, add a little embellishment, add a sentiment, and away you go. Lots of different designs in this collection, as I've said, from your florals to your filigrees to your gorgeous swaddles as well. Lots of different sizes, as I've mentioned. All you need to do really is have fun playing with them. That fancy floral wreath, absolutely gorgeous. Kind of colours there in the design, which might be perfect for Easter cards, Mother's Day cards as well. And we've even got that beautiful, elegant frame there too. Lots in this collection, 12 in total, different sizes, as I've said. $42.79 is the platinum price. $56.76 is the deal on this one as well. And just super quickly, we want to have a quick look at the ink pads for you as well, metallic ink pads. Few of you have been asking about these, and I think we're going to have time to have a quick look at these with Lily before we finish, because lots of people are excited that we've got these back on the show. 7-piece metallic ink pad collection. Here are the colours, super swiftly. So you've got your blue organza, you've got your red garnet, you've got the beautiful jade green, amethyst, rose satin, you've got your pink lace, oh hello, pink lace, and then lastly is your beautiful blush. So 7 different colours, £21.59. $35.19 if you're shopping with us in the US and you are a platinum member. We've literally got 9 minutes remaining, just so that I know. I know we're going over to Lee to have a look at the metallic ink pads. Is this going to be a card demo as such, or more technique-y based?
Okay.
Technique-y. So we don't need to do a vote then, do we not?
We've only got one card.
Yeah. So I think that's probably going to win, isn't it?
I think it might win.
That one might win.
Card of the show.
Demo of the show! Yay! It would have won anyway, I think. So we won't worry about a vote, but let's have a look at these metallic ink pads then. So as I say, 7 within the collection. You're saving 20% on this set as well. And the great thing about these, as we'll discuss and find out with Lily, is the fact that if you want to do your blending with these, you can do. Perfect as well if you're wanting to add things like your embossing powders too as well, because they've got that longer open time for you to kind of manipulate all the different colours that you're going to receive. But let's have a look at these with Lily. Are you going to be using these in conjunction with some of those embossing folders?
Absolutely. I love these embossing folders. They are absolutely fabulous, but they work so well with all your metallic products, particularly with your Midas metallic inks. So I'm going for the swirling lace. I'm just going to run this through my Gemini using some matte black cardstock. So these will fit through your Gemini Junior as well. The size is perfect for your Junior. So we're going to run that through our machine, and then we're going to bring out that detail using some of these fabulous Midas metallic ink pads. So if we take this out of our embossing folder, we can see we've got that fabulous 3D effect onto there. It looks really, really nice, both embossed and debossed, but we want to bring that detail out even more. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pink lace ink pad and just take in one of our square blending tools. If you find it easy with finger daubers, then those will work fabulously as well. If you'd prefer to use perhaps your little blending sponges, the ones that look like little legs, then you can absolutely be doing that as well. Totally up to you, but all we're doing is just working around in circular motions using our pink lace ink. And I'm thinking, let's bring in a little bit of jade green, because of course you can be mixing and matching and blending these ink pads together for a really, really fabulous effect. Just because they're metallic inks, don't think you can't be doing all your techniques that you normally do with your normal non-metallic pigment inks. So of course you can be using them with your embossing powders, and that's going to give you an amazing effect as well. You can be stamping with these, you can be creating all your inky backgrounds. You can be using your embossing folders like we are here. You can be doing even letterpress techniques with your embossing folders. We might have a little go at that in just a moment if we've got time. But just going around and inking, it gives you a fab effect.
A good question as well from Caroline saying, is that all the Midas metallic pads within the collection?
No, there is a few more besides. I have to say, we've not got them back in stock yet.
How many are there?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's lots.
No, there's not tons. I want to say about 12.
Oh, I had 12 in my mind as well. But.
Yeah, there's nowhere near as many as like our other ranges,
right.
But that's not quite all of them. We are trying to get them back in stock.
You've got a good selection to get you started.
Oh, absolutely. You get such a good range of colours as well, which is fantastic. But you can see the effects just by using 2 different colours of our Midas metallic inks onto there. It gives us a really, really fabulous effect onto our black cardstock. But let's take another of our embossing folders. Let's take the Elegant Swirls, and this is a 6x4 inch embossing folder. And how about trying a little bit of letter pressing onto here? So I'm taking my red garnet ink, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to work around in circular motions onto one side of my embossing folder. The side that's not got Gemini written on it, I'm working onto the opposite side.
Okay.
You can be using a brayer to do this, but I'm literally just going straight from the ink pad onto our embossing folder.
So
and
quite a light touch you're using.
Yeah, I'm not like squidging or grinding the ink into there.
Yeah.
I'm literally just laying that ink down, and I've got a piece of cardstock. So I'm going to get my plates ready, and of course this will work through your Gemini Junior. So I'm just going to press that down like so, get my other plate over the top, flip that over, and then we're going to run that through our Gemini machine, just like we normally would.
I'll ask the question because I know it will probably come through, people are thinking it. So when we do that technique with the embossing folders, is it like paramount to kind of clean those off quite quickly afterwards? Does it stain at all?
You might get a little bit of staining. Do just give it a clean under some warm water.
Okay.
Ooh. But they will clean off fine, so don't worry about that, but do make sure you clean them. Now, look at that. So just adding that little bit of ink. I don't know if you can pick that up, but you're gonna, as that dries a little bit more, you'll get that metallic luster, but it brings out that design. It looks like it's been like some old engraved metal. It looks absolutely fantastic. But you saw all we did is literally squished a little bit of ink into our embossing folder. That's going to transfer the ink onto the deboss part of the folder, and it gives you a fantastic effect. But just a couple of effects you can get with your ink pads and your embossing folders, really, really quick and easy, but so much fun to create. Just fabulous.
Lovely, lovely collection. It really, truly is. I mean, if you can stretch today, maybe think about jumping in, grabbing the embossing folders, grabbing those ink pads as well. But if you want to go for that metallic ink pad selection, £21.59 or $35.19 is your platinum price on that set. Now, we're almost done. I don't know where the last hour and a half's gone. It's flown by. Just worth talking about the fact that times have changed. I know a few of you in the comments have said that you're feeling a little bit groggy this morning. Monica just saying, hello everyone. Boy, it sure is a groggy morning due to that time change, springing forward. Ouch. Yeah, because you all lost an hour, didn't you, in the US? Spring forward. We're going to catch you up in, well, just under, well, no, 2 weeks' time, actually. 2 weeks' time, we catch you up here in the UK. However, for the next 2 weeks, the times are changing just ever so slightly. So Saturday and Sunday shows, the 12 o'clock show, if you tune in, you get a bit confused, started at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. We're back at 3, myself and Craig, for our foil press show, which is going to be amazing. There's a mystery bag on that show that you need to grab. 3 o'clock we're starting, that's 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, and then we're back tonight at 7 with Second Chance Sunday. That will be 3 o'clock Eastern, midday Pacific, and of course those times will be different as we head into next week as well. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning with the lovely Corinne and also Anne-Marie from Hunky Dory as well. So let's show the times very quickly for Monday to Friday as well. There we go. So 10 o'clock we start, which is 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Our 2 o'clock show, which of course is 3 hours, is now 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, and the 6 o'clock show, so Monday Makers tomorrow, here in the UK, 6 o'clock start, which is 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Those times are correct for the next 2 weeks, then we'll catch up and it'll go back to where it was before. All very complicated, but just so you're aware as to what is going on. Thank you to Sarah Brown, who says it's been a fabulous show. Thank you, Lily and Ben. I've really enjoyed it, and thanks to everyone behind the scenes. You all do a fabulous job Thank you for putting together such great shows. It has been a lot of fun. That card with the unicorn, of course, will be the demo of the show as well. We'll put that forward to the vote a little bit later on. Lots of votes to come in Second Chance Sunday. Demo of the show there with Craig, demo of the day, and demo of the week as well. Do we know, Lily, because I know a lot of people will be wondering, have you got a date as to when you might be back in the studio next?
No, unfortunately not. I've not got a date yet, but fingers crossed it will be soon because I can't wait to be back.
We've loved having you with us this morning, and certainly all day yesterday as well. Always a lot of fun. I will be back with you in about an hour and a half time. What I will say in the meantime is make sure you check out these deals. Also worth bearing in mind, I don't know if I've mentioned this, the tape pens are back in stock. George is too late to flash up the details. He's gutted. He's gutted. Oh, hello.
Oh, they're off.
They are. That's right, Georgina. That's why I did it. They're flying out the door. The tape pens, we've got the dotted tape pens back for you as well. You get 4, only pay for 3 within each of the sets, but loads of you have been multi-ordering those. Get those whilst we've got them. Stock up even if you've got lots, because there will be another tape pen shortage, I'm sure, with the way that you guys are shopping for them right now. Thank you so much. I'm back in an hour and a half time with the brightest man in craft. I mean, not brightest, but like brightest because he's got a Hawaiian shirt on. No, he's very clever as well. Oh, he's coming to get me. It's me, Craig, later on. Bye for now.